Well, good evening, everyone. It's been quite some time since I last went live. Yeah, it's been a while. How are you guys? Hope you guys had a great 4th of July. Um, yeah. Well, as you guys will find out, my life's been kind of turned upside down, round and around, and flipped back over. So, yeah, kind of getting back into the groove of things, but I know it's been a while, and I've been getting a ton of emails about people that are concerned about what's been going on because I kind of vanished for a little while. But I'm here, and so I just wanted to come on tonight to just kind of give everybody an update as to what's been going on with my life and why I've been sort of missing in action for some time. But let me just do some quick shout outs to people who are here. Of course, you guys know I appreciate you guys joining me on this live, even though it was kind of last minute. Um, let's see who's here. Guess who it is? It's Miss Nancy. How are you? Glad you made it here tonight. Let's see. Pat Strawhouse is here. Hey, Pat. How are you doing? Linda Faust is here. Hi, Linda. Shirley Kissinger's here. Yo, Shirley. How you doing, girl? Melina Montoya is here. Hello, Melina. Katie Crafts is here. Hi, Katie. Um, Sheila Willis. Well, hello, Miss Sheila. How are you doing? Hope everything is going good. Miss Remo J. She's reminding everybody to give the thumbs up. And thank you so much, Remo. And this is the update that I know you've been one of the ones that have been asking about it. Well, actually, you didn't really ask about it, but you were asking about the Zoom, if I remember. I will talk about a little bit about that. Miss Donna Hoffler. Hello, Donna. Balloonist 2002. Hello. Glad you made it here tonight. Hey, Miss Tiffany. I miss you too. But you'll find out what's been going on. Chloe Morgan is here. Miss Around to It. I believe that's Shirley. Yep, Shirley from Canada. Hello, Shirley. And Carla Ford. Hey, girl. How you doing? And Jan B. Dower is here. Hope I didn't butcher your name. If I did, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on, but I just figure I owe it to everybody as to what's been going on because I understand that I kind of vanished from the YouTube world, and I've been getting email messages, I've been getting Facebook messages about, "Hey, are you okay?" And I've been kind of cryptic about it because there was a lot that was going on, but yeah, I'm okay. So, here's what happened. Okay. Now, in the right, I think it was June 20th or so, that middle week of June, I get a call from my brother saying that my mother, she was going to have a major surgery done. And I was like, okay, is this a life or death thing? Just like, no, they were kind of saying, no, 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 no. She's just having her heart valve replaced. And I'm like, wait, hold on. She's getting a major surgery, and this is not life or death. Now, understand, she's approaching 80, and a surgery like this could easily go wrong. And I was like, well, why didn't you guys tell me this earlier? Okay, long story short, she was supposed to have the surgery later on in the year. But something opened up and they told my mother to actually take this opportunity because she's having an opportunity to get it done early. And what we also are doing with my mother is right now she's living alone in an apartment. Fortunately, she has a lot of friends that live close by. So if something does happen, one of them we can easily call and say, "Hey, can you check up on mom?" And that's what has happened in the past. But my mother, up until now, was being kind of stubborn that she wanted to be on her own. She didn't want to depend on other people, but she's slowly coming to the realization that she does need help physically. I mean, again, we have to remind her, Mom, you're not 26 anymore. You're kind of getting up there. And she didn't want to realize that fact, but she's coming to that conclusion that, you know, she's approaching 80 and it's about time where she can't do everything by herself. So she's become more accepting of the idea of having her put or having us put her in a senior citizens kind of facility. Not exactly a care home. Well, I guess maybe a care home. But she was resistant at the time, at first when we presented the idea, but now she's being a little bit more acceptive of it. And I've been trying to convince her for years that she's going to enjoy it because she's going to be around people. She's going to be a lot more social. She's going to have clubs that she can join. She can make a lot of new friends. And so, I think she's getting more open to the idea. But back to the surgery. So she was supposed to have it later on this year, but something happened where the hospital opened up the schedule and they offered her the time to actually get it done now. In which my brothers told her, yeah, just go ahead, get it done. Let's not worry about it because when we start moving you out, we're going to be busy doing that later on in the year. So let's kind of get this surgery out of the way. And yeah, Jackie, we understood that. She made it very, nobody wants to be put in a care home. But when it becomes to the point where you do need 24-hour monitoring and help, it became a safety issue with my mother. And this isn't the first time where we've had an issue where she needed medical help. Fortunately, again, we did have people around that could check up on her. And it's a good thing that they did because she actually slipped and fell in the bathroom. And fortunately, we caught it within hours' time and not days. So I think she wanted her freedom. We understood that, but now she's she's coming to that understanding that, her having the freedom is going to cause a lot of issues or can be very dangerous. So, but anyway, so mom's getting more accepting of the idea, but the surgery got bumped up kind of unexpectedly. And my brothers, at the same time that this rescheduled surgery was to take place, my brothers were actually not in town. They had made a prior commitment where they needed to be in not Las Vegas, Reno. So they weren't available and they couldn't back out of there because there were a whole ton of other people that were depending on them being there. And so I made the decision that I was just going to go home. Again, a pretty major surgery and it could easily go wrong. Fortunately, it didn't, but there's a potential for that to go wrong. And at first I was kind of like, should I go home? Should I stay home? Or should I stay here? And all my coworkers, they scolded me and said, no, you get your butt over there because you don't know what can happen, especially at your mom's age. So I'm glad that they forced me to go. So I kind of booked a last minute ticket to go back to Hawaii. And this was so crazy because the flight, there was I could have taken a direct flight, but the price for that airfare one way, even on a distressed rate, was over $1,200. And so I was like, Mom, I love you, but $2,400, I don't think so. So the route that I had to take, and this was so crazy, I went from LAX to San Jose, made a stop in San Francisco, then had one stop in Maui, then we landed in Honolulu. So 4 stops altogether. Yeah, it took quite a while. I left Los Angeles at about 6 o'clock. Landed in Honolulu local time 1 o'clock or 1 p.m. So that would have been 3 p.m. LA time. Yeah. And, well, but to kind of outweigh the price wise, I mean, $1,200 one way as opposed to $600 round trip with a car, too, by the way. So I was like, Mom, I love you, but yeah, this is a little crazy. So I ended up doing that crazy route to and the airfare to get to Honolulu. Then, fortunately, we did have a friend of ours drop my mother off. Now, I couldn't get a flight out the day before, which is what I wanted to do, but that just didn't work out. So I actually left Los Angeles the day of when mom was supposed to go into surgery. And so she went in at 5, I think, like she checked into the hospital at 6 a.m. By then, of course, I was already en route to Honolulu. But by the time that I landed in Honolulu at 1 p.m. Hawaii time, she was already out of surgery. So, yeah. And when I got to the hospital at 6 p.m., I'll tell you why it took me so long. She was already out of surgery. She was in recovery mode. And so normally when you do, or in the old days when you do like an open heart surgery where you have to replace the heart valve, they actually had to cut your whole chest open and then do the surgery. Well, these days the technology has become so good that they didn't have to cut. I mean, I hope I'm not grossing people out, but they actually didn't cut her open. They went in through her groin and actually used that type of, well, I don't know what it's called, nanotechnology, where they could actually do the whole surgery without having to make a big incision. And so the recovery time for this is basically outpatient, where the surgery actually only took 2 hours to do. And then by the next day, the doctors already signed her discharge papers and sent her on home. So I was like, well, why did I even come here? But it was a good thing that I did go there because, again, with no support, my brother's not being there. My other brother is traveling abroad for work. And so we were relying upon the goodness of friends and extended family. But, they have jobs too. So it was a good thing that I was there. Kept mom company, and she drove me crazy, as she always does. But you know what? We love her. And again, the next day, mom was, I mean, the doctors were actually getting mom up, taking her out of the bed, having her walk around the hospital floor. And I was like, wow, she's recovering pretty fast. So, yeah, she had the surgery. By the time I even landed in Honolulu, the surgery was done. And by the next day, she was already discharged. Now, so the recovery time for mom, she was recovering very, very, very quickly. So we're glad that everything went well, everything went smoothly, and now it's just a matter of mom having to adjust. She's still in pain, because although they didn't do a huge incision. Oh gosh, it was uncomfortable. Let's just put it that way. So, yeah. Um, Tomorrow is not promised. It's definitely not, Miss Remo. It is definitely not. Hi, Tamila. Hello, Miss Debbie. So yeah, and while mom I spent a couple days with my mother, just kind of helping her relax. Most of the time, she was just kind of sleeping. But in preparation for this move that we are going to have her do, I knew that I was going to do this already. So I wanted to help my mother kind of get rid of some stuff because I don't want to call her a pack rat, but she is a pack rat. She is the type of person that can't let go. So I just wanted to go and especially tackle her kitchen because in the past, my mom loves to go to those dollar stores and buy plastic containers for no apparent reason. She just loves them. And probably rubbed off on me because hello, but at least I use mine. Mom, she just collects them and then she keeps buying the same ones because she often thinks that she doesn't have this one and she needs the whole set of the different colors. And she's got to get the snap on lids too. And then she has to get not just the red color, but the blue color and the matching. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. So I went through all of her just cleaning out the kitchen. And I hate to say it, but there were some interesting neighbors or interesting roommates in that kitchen. They had 6 legs. You can figure out what I'm talking about. But, just cleaning it down, getting rid of dishes that she doesn't use, trying to reorganize the kitchen because she could not get in and out of there. And she just had too much stuff that she wasn't using. And so just going in there, cleaning it down, wiping it, getting rid of all the expired canned goods that are in the pantry. All those things were just helping her move. And when I left, first of all, let me just kind of say that we took about 15 trash bags, like hefty trash bags full of plastic containers and dishes that she doesn't use. Took it to Goodwill, donated that. 15 bags, okay? And it was hard for her to let go, but she finally got the point and she started letting go of all this stuff. And then, oftentimes I would ask her, like, Mom, what in the world is this thing? Can I get rid of it? And she would be like, No, I need that. And then I would ask her, Well, what is it? She was like, I don't know. So I'm like, Why do you need it? And, we would argue about things like that. So just with her arguing with me on silly stuff like that, I knew she was okay, at least mentally, and she was feeling better. At the time when we first brought her home, she was still in kind of a lot of pain. She was like, yeah, just throw that away, just throw that away, just throw that one away. But when she started arguing with me, no, I need that. I'm like, what is this? I don't know. Then I knew, okay, yeah, she's getting better because now she's starting to put up a fight, and I was expecting that fight. So, so we got rid of a lot of things, and just donated a lot of things to Goodwill. And next time I go back is probably we're going to be packing up her stuff and just moving her into some facility. So we're getting her ready for that because that's going to be an even harder. I mean, she's going to put up a fight with, hey, I need this, I need that. So, it's hard for her. Well, it's hard for anybody to let go of things, so I get it. But I'm happy to say that Mom is doing okay. The surgery went well. She was in the hospital on Thursday. She was out of the hospital by Friday. And then been kind of calling her just to check up on her, make sure she's still kicking and moving around. And then, miraculously by Saturday, she was up walking around. And Sunday and then spent a couple days just cleaning out her kitchen and cleaning out stuff. So, yeah, that was a big scare. And of course, when I came back when did I come back? Monday. Just checked into the office, even though the office was shut down for the 4th of July. And there's a whole ton of work for me. So just did a couple of hours of work, just catching up on messages and whatnot. Then I thought about going live well, I knew I wasn't going to go, I could not go live on June 27th. So I thought about going live on July the 4th, which was my normal Tuesday night. But then I figured, you know what? There's going to be so many fireworks and there's going to be so many parties, and there were so many parties that you guys would probably not be able to hear me because these guys, the neighbors, if you've seen the previous video from the THC 5252 series, you see how loud they party. So I figured, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. And instead, I'm going to come on Thursday when it's much, much more quiet as it is right now. And so I'll give you guys the update as to what's been going on. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. That's kind of what happened to me. I know it was kind of sudden, but I just kind of uppity and left. So, and I understand a lot of people have been asking, or even asking other YouTubers, hey, do you know what's going on with Eric? And so they've been reaching out to me. But me physically, I'm fine. It's just, again, mom had a situation that needed my attention and my help. So kind of uppity and left and just gave her the full attention. And then, I kind of realized that my mom is slowing down. She's getting up there in age. So I need to kind of spend a lot more time with her because, as Remo said, tomorrow's not promised. And there could be a time when I'm getting a call to say, hey, come home, it's time. So, yeah. So that's what's been going on with my mom. And that was the big event that was going on. And so I do appreciate you guys, your everyone's concern. I know a lot of people were reaching out. A lot of people were kind of concerned as to because I kind of disappeared from YouTube and the world. And I really do sincerely appreciate all of that, and I thank you guys for showing that concern. So I figured I owe it to everybody to kind of give you an update as to what was going on and why I suddenly kind of went MIA. So I see the chat scrolling. Let me go back to see. Hey Kim, glad you made it here tonight. How you doing? Hope you're feeling better. Hey Sean. So let's see. So just turning in. Glad your mom is doing better. I'm glad you were able to help to be with her. Oh, thank you, Vera. Oh, hey, Vera. Sorry. Glad she's done well. Medical technology is amazing. So glad everything went well. It's good that you were there for her. Yep. Pat, no regrets about just kind of going up and leaving. I'm glad my coworkers actually pushed me to do it, and I'm kind of surprised that I hesitated to go. Katie, so glad your mom is doing good. My dad had bypass surgery in 1980, and he was in the hospital for at least a week. Oh gosh. Yeah, Katie, the technology has gotten so good that the recovery time is a lot faster. So, hope dad was okay afterwards. Thus far, mom is doing okay, but yeah. Okay, so let me kind of share the fiasco because if you guys are, whoops, sorry. If anyone is planning a trip real soon to go anywhere, let me give you a heads up as to what is going on with rental car companies because this has been getting a little too out of hand. So, if you are renting a car from who is it? Enterprise, National, Avis. Okay. All these rental car companies go by different names, but they're actually 3 different separate companies that are part of one bigger company. So those guys, if you are renting from them, those guys are okay. But if you rent from Hertz or Thrifty, okay, let me give you a heads up because there's been, and it's not just a one time thing, this actually happened multiple times to me. And I'm hearing stories from other travelers where they're experiencing the same thing. When I went to go pick up my car in Honolulu, we landed at 1:30. I did not leave the airport till about 5:30 or 6 o'clock, and I didn't have a checked bag. That time from the between 1:30 when I landed and 5:30 when I finally left the airport, I was waiting for a rental car. Yep, almost 4.5 hours. Okay. Now, what's been kind of going on is even now that was in Honolulu, even here at LAX airport, there's been a few times where I've needed to rent a car from Thrifty. 2 hour wait. Now, in talking to a few other customers, one said that he traveled from Alabama, or he was traveling to Alabama, rented a car from Hertz and or Thrifty, because again, they're the same company. 2.5 hour wait in Alabama. Okay. Another one that I heard from, she was going into Chicago for a business trip. Hers 3 hour wait for the rental car. Now, even there was one person that said that they were even part of their special membership thing. I mean, they even had to wait for a good 45 minutes. Okay, so Hertz and Thrifty, something is going on with them in which the speed at which they're processing people kind of coming in, getting their cars checked out, the speed at which they're doing that, something is going on. When I rent from other companies or the other major company, which includes Enterprise, National, no, yeah, Enterprise, National, Avis, even Budget, I go in there 15 minutes tops, done. Okay. But with Hertz, I'm not sure what's going on, but that check-in process is taking hours in which, and it's not like they only have like one or two agents processing. They had, like here in LAX, they had about 20 different agents going just processing, but it was still almost a 2 hour wait. Yeah. Um, Chloe says that happened to me when my car was getting fixed. I did not get a car for 2 days. Luckily, I was on vacation from work. Yeah. So, um, and again, I've noticed it that it's only Hertz and Thrifty. So if you do rent from, or if you are getting a rental car, right now they're one of the cheapest companies, but just expect a very, very long wait. And when I say long wait, I mean it can potentially be a couple of hours. So now I don't say that to badmouth the company. I mean, they're good companies. Normally, if I got a car from Hertz and Thrifty, in and out 15 minutes, which is why I thought this was really strange. And I know something is going on, but just don't be surprised if you get caught in an hour long wait if you are renting a car from them. Of course, there are exceptions where I'm just going to the airport locations. I don't think it's the same thing when you go to like the neighborhood locations, so I might do that next time. Okay, so fair warning. Figure I give you guys that warning if you are again planning a trip. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Prayers for mom, speedy recovery. It's hard to realize your parents' decline. Yes, Tamara, it is very hard, but it's part of life too. It's a hard part of life. Mothers are important. Yes, Tammy, they are important, and they never let you forget it, especially mine. Um, Hi, CC Real. Hey, Mary G. Glad your mom is doing better and you were able to spend time with her. Oh, thank you. Okay. They're having a problem returning cars and now checking to make sure your insurance is current. Yes. Yes, it is with neighbor. Oh, okay. Not sure if she was mentioning. Okay, so yeah, that's what's been going on with mom. Otherwise, I do have two videos that I am currently working on. The next video is, of course, in our current Scrappy series. That's about, I'm almost about 90% done. Just gotta go through all the footage and try to make sense out of everything. So hopefully, I am crossing my fingers that I can start that process after the live tonight, and maybe get it done by next week. But don't quote me on that. Um, and I think you're gonna be you might enjoy this one because there's a lot of different things that I've done with this particular video. So hopefully you guys will all that effort will pay off, and hopefully you guys will like it. But this weekend is also the Long Beach International Quilt Show. And so, is anybody planning on attending? I know there's a few that mentioned that they were going. Um, I was planning on attending. I might not attend. I'm just not sure. Just depends on whether or not I get a lot of these other things done before then. But is anyone else going to the Long Beach Quilt Show? I know the response is going to be delayed. Oh, thank you, CC Real. Did you get to go fabric shopping? Hopefully you did. Vera, I'm gonna squeeze in some time to go fabric shopping, especially in Hawaii, because I need to restock on some Hawaiian fabrics. So I did pick up a kit, and I am planning on doing something or doing kind of like a video about how to put this particular quilt together. Um, I actually have the pattern itself, and I'm gonna use um, some different materials video to come out in the future. But I am gonna give that kit away also when that video comes out. So I did I did do some fabric shopping. I didn't pick up a whole lot of stuff because right now there's a shipyard strike going on in Hawaii. So there's a lot of stores that are having a hard time just kind of keeping up with inventory. Um, and what the shop had in stock was kind of like, ugh. Yeah, it wasn't my cup of kind of fabric. So I did, but yes, I did pick up a few things. A lot of things for giveaways, so stay tuned for that. Okay, Carla's going, and Quilts by Carmel is planning on attending. Diane Watson says, nope, too far away. Okay, Diane. Um, tomorrow, it's only a day away. Okay, so why do I get the feeling that Carla and Miss Quilts by Carmel are going together? Yeah, but I'll be there Saturday. If I do in fact go. I was actually planning on going Saturday anyway. Is anyone I believe that the Sisters Quilt Show is also happening. Is it this weekend or next weekend, or maybe it already happened? But is anyone going to that? What other quilt shows are happening? None that I know. Okay. I am. Let's see. I am still planning on going to Houston in November or in the fall. If anyone else is planning on going, let me know. Let's try and organize a meetup because I would love to meet some of you guys. Um, and then one of these days, I want to actually go to Japan to attend the Tokyo International Quilt Festival because that one is supposed to be larger than Houston now. It'll be a good experience to actually see quilts or a quilt show in a different country because they don't do it the same way that Americans do. Okay. Is anyone else planning on attending any of the quilt shows? Or does anyone else know of any quilt shows? Let's see. I do know Southern California, here in Southern California, right around October, there is a quilt show out in, where is it? Temecula? And it's part of a bigger festival in which a friend of mine is actually trying to get me involved in that. And I'm like saying no. Sister's quilt show is this weekend also. It's on my bucket list of quilt shows, and Tokyo would be great. Awesome. Oh, okay. Miss Quilts by Carmel. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. Let's see. What else has been going on? So future videos. Okay, so I did mention that I am working on 2 videos now. One of the videos that I'm working on, well, I've already mentioned that it's the next video in our scrap series. The other one, it's actually a special quilt that I'm currently still making, and it's actually, I call it the thank you quilt. And who am I thanking? Well, you're gonna have to wait for the video for that. And then I do have another quilt project that I'm working on in connection to the pattern that I picked up while I was back home visiting mom. Okay, future trips. Now, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but my birthday is next month, the month of August, the entire month of August. And I was planning on another trip or another adventure to go on. So I haven't made any final plans yet, but I'm looking at going back to Utah and exploring and sharing. So that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm so far behind on the so long. Don't worry, Diane. So am I, and I'm the creator of it. So, but I don't know. Does anybody have travel plans that they want to share? Maybe we'll be in the same area. Okay, let me scroll back up because I may have missed some other questions. Oh, mom is numero uno. Yes, she definitely is, Tiff. And she don't let me forget it. You know, my mom actually told me, you know, she's like, you know, you may be twice my size, but I can still spank you. And she still does. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Okay. Okay. Anybody working on projects that they want to share? So, because I still got this project to do. I'm almost done with it. Just have to kind of figure out what I want to do with the set-in triangles and then send it off on its, or get it quilted. That's the other thing. And send it off on its merry way. But are you going to have a birthday live? Quilts by Carmel. I might. Just depends on whether I'm in an area that has internet connection or not. You know, a lot of people don't realize that when you go to in these areas like forests or national parks, they don't have any cell service. So, if I'm if I'm planning a trip to go out to like a national park, I probably won't do a birthday live. But if I am maybe in a hotel where there is Wi-Fi or cell service, I might go live on my birthday. Who knows? But right now it's kind of all up in the air because this trip back home to support mom kind of threw me for a loop. So right now my funds are a little low. So I might just do a road trip somewhere. Just drive. Those are the best things to do sometimes. Mm. Okay. Tula pink butterfly quilt. So many different blocks. Love it. Ooh. Speaking of. um, me and a certain someone. She wanted to actually do this as a quilt along, or where we can actually do it as a live. So we got to get started with this. But I need to actually find my fabrics for it because I don't think I have rainbow colored, and I don't know. I have to decide what color of fabrics that or decide what fabrics to use. But I've been kind of looking through the pattern, and this really isn't a hard quilt. I mean, there's some curved pieces, or there's some curved blocks, I should say. But other than that, I don't see any real red flags or anything difficult with it. So, who knows? Well, there are a few templates in here, though. There's just a lot of quilt blocks to put together to make the final quilt. So, yeah. But if you guys want to pick up a pattern, I got this from Soya. I don't know if they have this on their website, but somebody must have this pattern. Maybe Fat Quarter Shop. I gotta go. Family's here, but I'll watch the rest after. Thank you, Tiff. Okay, so yeah, that's what's been going on with me, and I still been, even though I'm not putting out as many videos, I am still working behind the scenes to get these videos done. So yeah, I appreciate everybody's concern. I know I kind of disappeared and was a little cryptic in some of my messages and emails, but now that I'm disclosing all the information, now you know what's been going on, and it's not that I'm abandoning people or something happened to me. I was just trying to support my mother, and she in turn just drove me crazy. But yeah. So, if that's pretty much all that I have tonight. I didn't want to go for too long. Tuller Butterfly would be a fun sew along. I'm in. Okay, this quilt's by Carmel. Lately, I've been into Edita Satara type of fabrics, vintage, worn colors, and patterns. Ooh. I wonder what Edita Satara fabrics would look like. I should look online if somebody posted a picture of it, if they even did this quilt in Edita Satara's patterns. That would be interesting. Thank you for that. Okay. Yeah, so that was pretty much all that I wanted to do. I didn't want to stay on for too long because I didn't have a sewing project to sew, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of what was happening to me, since again there's been a lot of concern, I know, out there. So I wanted to address those concerns and just reassure everybody that for me physically I'm okay. Just my life got turned around a little bit. So you owe us nothing, just wanted you to be safe. Well, thank you, Remo. Now you see me, I'm safe. Okay, so speaking of that, we didn't do the Zoom, so we are gonna do a Zoom on this coming Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That'll be 8 p.m. Central time and 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I will be putting the information on for the Zoom call on the Facebook groups. If you're part of the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, the information will be posted there. Or if you are part of the Tea Quilts Facebook group, I'll also put a link there. And come and join us. I mean, we just basically have, it's like you're sitting around with your girlfriends. Yeah, your girlfriends. And just chit chatting away. And so we get a good mixture of people. And it's pretty fun to just chat and sit there and sew or gossip, but we won't say that. Um, oh, thank you, Donna. So, yeah, so Zoom again coming up on Sunday. Saturday, I'm crossing my fingers that I can go to the Long Beach Quilt Festival. Planning on going to Houston still if the financial resources are there. And then again, birthday month is August, so I'm going to be doing something. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me in a nutshell. So I just wanted to kind of come up on YouTube Live and just address those concerns because I know people were concerned about it, but rest assured I'm physically okay. Just life happened. So want to thank everybody for your support, your outreach, and your concerns. It's nice to know that people do care out there, even though we've never really, or in most cases, we never even met in person. But, I've been getting messages, hey, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm okay. Actual birthday is August 23rd. And I'll let you guess what year. It's not in the 80s, by the way. It's before that. So, yeah, that's all I had for tonight. If there's any last minute questions, I'll stay on for another minute or so. Virgo, yep. While I'm kind of in between a Virgo and what's the one before? Is it Cancer? Yeah, I'm like right on the cusp. So that's my daughter's birthday. Ooh, okay. Um, I know a lot of people that are born in August. Like half the staff in the building that I work at, they're all born in August for some reason. August and September are the 2 months that have the highest number of birthdays. Got it. You'll be 25 or 26. I'll be 23. 23 with 23 years of experience. No, I'll be 40. Oh gosh, wait. Yeah, I'm going to be 46. I'm old. Oh, happy birthday, Jim. He says it. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. Hope you had a great day. Cold winters. Yeah. All right, people. That's all for tonight. So I wish you guys the best. Again, thank you guys for all of your concerns and all of your support. Just know that I'm still here. I'm still kicking. Didn't crap out yet. With that, I want to say thank you again for joining me here tonight. I know that you have some options as to who you can follow, and yet you guys took a chance on me. So thank you guys. And let's have a great rest of the week. Hope you guys had a great 4th of July, by the way. And you guys know what I'm going to say, so let's say it together. Let's all go out there and let's create something. Bye for now.